Hi, I'm Robin, English teacher for Core Languages, and today I'm on beautiful Edisto Island in South Carolina. I think this is the prettiest and most beautiful place in South Carolina. There aren't any places that I think are prettier or more beautiful. How about where you live? Are there places that you think are the prettiest or the most beautiful? When we use words like prettier or the prettiest, more beautiful or the most beautiful, we use what is called the comparative and superlative. We use the comparative and superlative when we compare things to each other, but we need to know how to use it. For example, it would be incorrect to say, this is the beautifulest place or the most prettiest. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the comparative and superlative. So the next time someone asks you, what do you think is the most beautiful place? You can formulate a perfect English sentence.
Comparative and superlative. If we want to compare the quality of a noun to that of another noun or person or object, we use comparative adjectives. The comparative form of adjectives can be formed in several ways. The sentence order is subject, verb, comparative adjective, the word than. Be careful, than is spelled with an A, not an E. And then the object. For example, Bob is taller than Ethan. Bob is the subject, is the verb, taller is the comparative adjective, than is used to compare Bob to Ethan. Ethan is the object. Joanna looks prettier than Janet. The motorcycle is faster than the bicycle. When we compare more than one noun, for example, 3, 4, 5, or even more nouns, we can use the superlative. The superlative form of adjectives can also be formed in several ways. The sentence order is subject, verb, the article the superlative adjective, and the object. For example, John is the slowest runner in our class. In this example, we compare John to all the other runners in his class, and he is the slowest. Mary has the best job in the world. We compare her job to all the other jobs in the world. The turnip is the most bitter vegetable. We compare the turnip to all the other vegetables. To form the comparative and the superlative for one-syllable adjectives or adjectives that have one vowel sound, we simply add er or r for the comparative and est and the article the for the superlative. For example, high, higher, the highest. Small, smaller, the smallest. Slow, slower, the slowest. Fast, faster, the fastest. If an adjective is spelled with a consonant, a vowel, and another consonant, Both for the comparative and the superlative form, we need to double the final consonant. For example, mad, madder, the maddest. Notice how we doubled the D. Big, bigger, the biggest. Notice how we doubled the G. When forming the comparative and superlative of two-syllable adjectives, or adjectives with two vowel sounds, there are two possibilities. We either add ER or R for the comparative, or we add the word more. For the superlative, we can either add EST or most. Adjectives that end in the letter Y will change Y to an I before adding ER, and they do not use more or most. For example, helpful. Helpful is a two-syllable adjective. It does not end on the letter Y, so we need to use more and most. More helpful, most helpful. The adjective friendly is a two-syllable adjective that ends on Y. So we need to change Y to I, and we can say friendlier and friendliest. Broken is a two-syllable adjective that does not end on the letter Y, so we say more broken, most broken. Scary, scarier, scariest. Passive, more passive, most passive. Pretty, prettier, the prettiest. Adjectives with three or more syllables or vowel sounds always need more and most for the comparative and the superlative. For example, capable, more capable, most capable. Comprehensive, more comprehensive, most comprehensive. Important, more important, most important. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. There are also a number of adjectives that do not follow the same pattern in the comparative and superlative forms. These are irregular adjectives. Here are some examples. Bad, worse, the worst. Much or many, more, the most. Little, less, the least. Good, better, the best. Far, further, the furthest. One could also say farther and the farthest. Both forms are acceptable. Here are some example sentences. We are comparing color. The green color is dark. The blue color is darker. The indigo color is the darkest. Here is another example. The adjective scary. Pay close attention to the spelling change that occurs. The alligator is scary. The lion is scarier. Notice that we changed the Y to an I before adding ER. The dinosaur is the scariest. Here is an example using the adjective many. Mark has many friends. Joshua has more friends than Mark. Alexandra has the most friends. Look at the following two examples and try to figure out the correct comparative form. The adjective is careful. Sarah is than Tanya. Excellent. Sarah is more careful than Tanya. Careful is a two-syllable adjective that does not end on Y. How about this example? A plane is than a car. The adjective is fast. Excellent. A plane is faster than a car. Fast is a one-syllable adjective. Look at this example and try to figure out the correct comparative adjective. New York is than London. Bigger with two G's or bigger with one G? Excellent. Bigger with two G's. New York City is bigger than London. How about this example? He is the friendliest with a Y or friendliest with an I person I know. Very good. Friendliest with I-E-S-T. Friendliest is a two-syllable adjective that ends on Y, so we need to change Y to I.
Thank you for watching. I hope you now have a better understanding of how to use the comparative and superlative. As always, if you have more questions, feel free to comment. Or if you're interested in joining one of our courses with a live instructor, feel free to message us directly. I look forward to seeing you in our next class.